Gus said the man in Quebec had his birds taken away. I don't know what Gus said. It was like 120 whatever birds taken away. And all the man said was, the judge said, well, you're going to pay all these fines, penalties, fees, all this other stuff for not having birds, exotic birds, whatever, in captivity, no paperwork, no license, inoculations, whatever. And the guy said, okay, fine, I accept all that. Yeah, but I ought to require the immediate restoration of my property. And the judge said to the Crown, immediately return his property. And it was over. And then when the man was leaving the courtroom, he said he heard everybody yelling at each other in French, who's going to be held liable for this? This man could come back now and sue us for stealing his property. Who is going to be ultimately liable for taking this man's property? See, that's because this man who did what he did in Quebec barely knows anything that I do. And that's what I'm saying. Everybody who knows the simple stuff, and I could get to them and talk very simple. Or somebody, like I said, the man in Toronto talked to him. The man in Toronto talked to him. The man in Toronto talked to the man in Quebec for me because I couldn't get in touch with the guys in Quebec. So because this guy's one bird owner, he's another bird owner, one zoo owner, another zoo owner. And he said, hey, try this stuff that some man in the United States is teaching me. And the guy said, what is he teaching you? So he got it from a secondhand source. And he did fine. So this stuff ain't complicated. You guys got to stop making this stuff so ridiculously long. Oh, because that was the big thing that Gus played on his clip, was the man in Toronto said to the man in Quebec, and when you say this, keep your mouth shut and don't say anything else. And that's what he said. He said when there was a little quiet pause on the court, the judge was saying all these fines and penalties and fees. The guy said, okay, yeah, fine. Penalties, fines, fees, yeah, great, lovely. And then the court went silent and says, oh, yeah, and I require an order of the immediate restoration of property. And he kept his mouth shut. See, complicated people can't keep your mouth shut. People who got A+, B+ in school can't keep your mouth shut. Can't do it. Can't be done. You guys want to show everybody how freaking smart you are. And you're only going to mess up your own case. But you can't just keep it simple.
So if I show up there and they're going to read up a bunch of charges, and all I say is, I require the restoration of my property.
No, you accept all the charges. You plead guilty. You say, great, everything I did was illegal. Wonderful. Like I did with Polly. Fine, everything he did, he was guilty of. Great, everything he did was illegal. I don't give a rat's ass. All my property. I require an order it now. That's it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
I'm saying you accept all their fines and penalties. What are they going to do? What's all the fines and penalties going to add up to? Digits, zeros and ones on a piece of paper, money, right?
Right.
$10 billion, right? Take it. Accept it. You don't know how to pay off a debt. Look, dude, if they said to me tomorrow, take on the whole entire world's debt, I said, that's great, fine. All the creditors of every debtor on planet Earth, give Karl Lentz all the burden, bear the burden. Bear all the burden for all the debt for every human being on planet Earth. Great. Get all the creditors like in a bankruptcy all together and write up how much they owe. Great. I'll pay them off. They might not like the rate or the speed I do it, but they have to accept it. It's that simple. I created them. They didn't create me. But I want to keep them alive, and I want to keep them happy, and I want to keep them going again because they're my creation. They're my baby. But they might not like that I give them one scoop of ice cream and I don't give them 10 billion scoops. Oh, well. They'll learn to live with it. Stuff is simple, man. And simple people are doing great in court. We do my stuff. People are complicated. They just mess up themselves over and over and over.